Hello, my name is Richard, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about my journey into cybersecurity. So, background was mostly focused on retail. I spent a lot of time working for different nationwide corporations, running their stores and working with teams of sales individuals. It was fun, I enjoyed it, but at the same time it wasn't exactly what I wanted. And I think there was more for me to do, and I had opportunities to be able to better myself. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to change my field. I think the biggest challenge for me was, I wasn't in a classroom environment, I was doing it from home. Working individually is definitely a little bit of a challenge, but the tools are definitely there to be able to assist me and guide me through the process so that it made it easier. Giving up is definitely something you think about. Anytime you do something that's challenging, it's, you think about, am I doing the right thing? Was this the right move trying to do cybersecurity? And in the grand scheme of things, it was absolutely worth it. And I really think that it was a challenge for me, but at the same time, it was something that I think is challenging for anybody. But it's not challenging at the point of saying, I'm done, I'm not going to do this anymore. It's just little speed bumps, little hurdles. And you make it through those speed bumps, you make it through those hurdles, and the ending is absolutely worth it. I wished that I would have known that going into it. So it might have made those speed bumps a little bit easier. But I think one thing I really like actually that I get the opportunity to do now is, working with CyberNow Labs, I get to help people know these speed bumps and know how to work through these speed bumps a lot easier. My suggestion is to do it. I've done a little bit of everything. My tool belt of skill set from the different jobs I've done over the years is not technical. I'm not a programmer, I'm not a mathematician, I don't have that brain. But I enjoy learning, and this is a field where you get to do that. You get to learn and you get to grow, and it's something that is fun and very rewarding, especially when you get into investigations that bring you a result that you learn about when you're going through this process. So that's a lot of fun. A lot of the people that I've worked with and through this process have come from all different backgrounds. Teachers and Uber drivers and plumbers and from all different countries and different backgrounds. I've got, as a matter of fact, our team that I worked with going through this process, we actually had people from Morocco, we had people from India, oh my gosh, I'm forgetting, Turkey, yep. So, we've got people from all over the place. I actually had a gentleman on our team that was in China. So, just people from all over the world have been able to do the same thing that I've been able to do. So it's not something that's, just for one particular individual. Anybody can do this. Women, men, doesn't matter what background. As a matter of fact, there's a huge push for women in cybersecurity. And some of the best analysts that I've met are women, and they're fantastic. So that's a great thing as well. You don't need to have a tremendous amount of background in computers. Again, I'm not a programmer. I use computers and I've used technology, but I'm not a programmer. And I think that's a lot of thought that people have, or a lot that's something people think about, is they think that they need to be a programmer, they need to be this high-end hacker, something like that for cybersecurity, and they don't. Some of the people that have done this have never done anything like this at all. One of the individuals I was talking to today, no experience outside of just using it for email and internet. And she's a SOC analyst now. So doing exactly the same thing that I'm doing. It's pretty cool. You do not have to have on your resume that you've done cybersecurity or a programmer or any sort of technical field. I didn't have anything on my resume that showed that I had worked in the technical field. All of my experience was, again, business and management and so forth. So when I turned my resumes in, they didn't have that on there. All they had was my experience with CyberNow Labs, which was pretty extensive, and then being able to get my Security Plus through CyberNow Labs as well. So they provided me with the background I needed to be able to land a cybersecurity job, and prepared me for the interviews and so forth as well. When I started the process, I remember telling my family, listen, I'm going to probably miss you guys a little bit for the next couple of months because I'm going to be very focused. I knew that I needed to be dedicated, but the short period of time that I had to really focus and put that dedication in was going to be worth it in the long run, and it was exactly that. I spent a little bit of time away from my family, and not even really away from my family, but just focused on studying and focused on learning the things I needed to learn to be able to talk to that person at that company when I applied and show them what I knew. And it was enough for me to be able to land a job. And I'm very happy with my very first position and the income that I'm making. And it's just my first position. So I think there's a tremendous amount of opportunity to grow as well.
Okay. Even at an older age, you can change your life.
Sure.